We will start here. Former Police Minister Bheki Cele giving his side of the story today before the ad hoc committee in Parliament probing allegations of corruption in the criminal justice system. Lawmakers say his testimony will be critical towards painting a picture of operations in the SAPS during his tenure. Cele served as police minister from February 2018 until June of last year. He's been accused of having dealings with underworld figures, including alleged criminal mastermind Vusumuzi Kat Matlala. Newzroom Afrika's Zoleka Qodashe joins us now live from Parliament. We've watched Senzo Mchunu, the minister that's been placed on special leave, give his version of events, a lot of it pivoting around that now controversial directive to disband the PKTT. Wrap that for us, but also prepare us, Zoleka, for interstage left, the former police minister Bheki Cele's testimony today.
Good morning, Iman. That's correct. His testimony, the testimony of the former police minister Bheki Cele, will be crucial in understanding some of the evidence that's already been given before the ad hoc committee that's probing these allegations of criminal infiltration and police interference in the criminal justice system, and will be testing the veracity thereof. And so the testimony by Bheki Cele will be essentially helping the ad hoc committee as well as the chief evidence leader in kind of piecing this information together, as well as connecting the dots in relation to the broader allegations of criminal infiltration in the criminal justice system. Now, we've previously heard from previous testimony about how Bheki Cele is the one that essentially would have been the chairperson of the interministerial committee after it was established by President Cyril Ramaphosa, or announced by President Cyril Ramaphosa in 2018. And so that particular committee will come to the fore as the ad hoc committee and the chief evidence leader really try to also understand the testimony that's been given by the minister Senzo Mchunu over the last couple of days. You'll remember that he said that there is no IMC in the 7th administration. So it will be interesting to see what Bheki Cele says in relation to that, and whether there was any handover reports that was handed from him as to the minister Senzo Mchunu. But there's also previous testimony that we've heard from the top cop in KwaZulu-Natal, that's Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, over some of the allegations that have been made against Bheki Cele. He says that there were instances in which Bheki Cele attempted to interfere in some investigations, particularly in the investigations and disciplinary against the head of the counterintelligence unit in the country, and that is Feroz Khan. Now, he says that there was an operation on the 9th of July 2021 in which the police in Gauteng were attempting to were conducting a drug bust, and in that Feroz Khan was called to the scene, and then there was a disciplinary matter into that was headed by Mkhwanazi himself. But then he says that the minister at the time then called to have him relinquish Jabulani Khumalo, Major General Jabulani Khumalo, in that matter, who was also tasked with investigating those allegations against Feroz Khan. And so we expect that that will be another central question that will be posed to the former minister. But let's just listen to what Mkhwanazi had to say before the ad hoc committee.
We had a farewell for the minister, and I think that was done after he was appointed, this one. We had a farewell in Pretoria. There's been many engagement. The only time that the communication between me and the former minister Cele stopped is when, after he had called me to ask me to go and encourage General Khumalo, who is a district commissioner in Zululand, to resign from the SAPS and go and join him in the city, in the province of Gauteng. And when I established as to what was the reason behind that phone call and that request, it got me angry. That's when I stopped talking to him.
Now, Iman, that's some of the questions that we anticipate will be asked to Bheki Cele, as well as that claim that he had asked the Deputy National Police Commissioner for Crime Detection, Shadrack Sibia, to actually call and release some documents in relation to, or give an update in relation to the investigation into the AKA murder matter. And so all of that and more expected to be probed by the ad hoc committee when it starts, with Bheki Cele in the hot seat at 10 a.m. Iman.